with a video today. You see the title. So, Biden's credit plan. And so this was the big talk yesterday, Friday. There was a lot of news articles that put out President Biden talking about how he wants to change the landscape of the credit industry. The articles, the way the articles were written, they were very salacious. They talked about how what's going on with the credit bureaus is causing individuals to not take part in home ownership, not, being able to get a job, and all the other things that, your personal credit can affect. Hey, how you doing, Juvie lover? Getting a job. So let's think about it. What does your personal credit affect? It can possibly affect you getting a job, where you live, you buying a home, you getting business credit, which I primarily talk about on this channel. But with all that being said, many of the articles were written to say that currently what the three credit bureaus are doing, they need more oversight. They're saying, in the article, let's dissolve them, let's create more of a credit entity. But let's do a deeper dive on this whole subject matter. Now, if you really, really think about your personal credit score and how information is put on your credit file, along with your credit score, what you may and may not know, because I'm not going to assume, because I'm always saying that all credit advice is not created equal. What a lot of people do not know, that there is a differentiation in the credit bureaus and FICO. The two are not the same. The two are not within the same entity. FICO is a separate entity, has been around for 50 plus years. And then there are the credit bureaus, which most people know: Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. The credit scores that a lot of people so-called follow may come from FICO, and they may not. We know, or you should know if you've been following me, that about 10 years ago, the credit bureaus created what was called the Vantage score, which was their version of credit scores. But then FICO still did exist. What a lot of people still do not know, that many of their credit decisions are based on FICO. And what you need to understand is that the credit bureaus store the information on your credit report. When you're doing a dispute, you're disputing the information on the credit report. Of that information, there is a scoring algorithm that is created, and that comes from FICO, a whole separate company. The article in regards to Biden's credit plan talked about the bureaus. I'm not here to say I don't know. I'm not at the table. I don't know Biden personally. Is it possible it could happen? Maybe or maybe not. But understand, even if that's the case, the lending decisions that are made, whether it's your personal credit, business credit, are still made on the scoring of FICO. Totally separate thing. And what I notice is a lot of people still don't know that differentiation, because many people are sold on, let me just get a high credit score. And whenever I'm working with someone, especially in regards to helping them get business funding, helping them get business credit, I always ask them, well, what score are you looking at? Because FICO FICO gives you 28 scores. Yeah, I bet you your personal credit guru, your business credit guru, whoever you're working with didn't tell you. That's right. You have 28. 28, trying to get every time I do these lives, I'm never fully charged. You 28 credit scores. That's what FICO gives you. Every lending decision is made on the scores that are being scored by FICO, not the scores that you get from the bureaus. The bureaus have started giving you at least FICO 8. So that's a start. You have at least FICO 8. But there's still a whole bunch of other scores that FICO still scores. They break their scores down, and there's different scores that you get for credit cards. There are different scores that you get for mortgages. There's different scores that you get for auto loans. That's why when you're working with someone, your personal credit guru, and they're telling you, oh, I'm going to help you get an 800 plus credit score. Ooh, I think I have that 800 plus credit score. And then you go ahead and get a car, and then you're shell shocked because you're like, well, where these scores come from? They the car dealership must got some whole nother scores. I ain't never seen these scores. And then you start to question, well, what's real and what's fake? And what people don't understand is that FICO is the scoring algorithm. The bureaus have the information. So going back, how does this tie all into the Biden credit plan? Maybe that's the case. Maybe they will. Maybe they will create a whole separate credit bureau. But at the end of the day, lenders are still going to follow the scores of FICO. All your lending decisions are made on that. They're not based on what the bureaus have. The bureaus keep the information. FICO scores the information. FICO is the scoring algorithm of the information. Two separate things. And then you begin to wonder, okay, these lenders have billions and billions and billions of dollars that they lend out. Do you really think that they're going to use the measuring tool of a president who just got in office? He may be in for 4 years, he may be in the 8 years, don't know. But at the end of the day, they're going to trust lending out their billions of dollars based on this so-called new credit bureau? You gotta begin to wonder about some things. That's why I always say that many of us are really going through life. Oh, hey, how you doing, Lorelia? How you doing, Renee? I'm calling you by name. How you doing, Renee? Many of us are really still going through life with a whole different financial game plan, especially a credit game plan. And that's why when I work with people in regards to helping them get business credit, helping them get access to funding, they're always surprised that the information that I'm able to provide to them, because they were following a false narrative when it comes to personal credit. So that's all I have about the Biden credit plan. Don't get yourself balled up in a knot. Be a student of this information. Don't look for the quick hit, the fast results or what have you. Really be a student. And when you decide to be a student of how this credit game works, you don't really get caught up in the salacious, this of the news articles that come out. Should you be aware of what's going on? Of course, but you won't fall trap to it. But once again, this is Lorelia. If you are someone watching this video interested in how I'm helping people get 5 figures in funding, using the strategies that I teach in regards to leveraging personal credit to get access to business credit. I don't do no tricks. I don't do no treats. None of the crazy stuff that's out there on the internet about, you know, trade lines and what's the other stuff, the Dun and Bradstreet, you know, all this crazy stuff that will never get you to the money. The way that I'm able to help people get to the money is that I use true methods that lenders follow, and when you understand what it is that lenders are looking for, you're able to get access to the money. So once again, go to www.helpmegetbizcredit.com. Okay, bye-bye.